Right. We are live, and I think that's actually... Oh, I'm seeing it on my phone. Everything worked successfully. Everyone can be seen. Everyone's smiling. That's a good start.
Welcome everybody to a revival of the Welsh Chess Chat. I'm really happy to put this channel back on, and I would like to just say that while Alex and Johan aren't on this one again, they will be doing other streams later on. And other kind of things going forward. But absolutely delighted to actually welcome Lightbringer, who's going to be running things in the background for us and being on this stream. So well discovered. And a massive welcome as well to the CEO of Welsh Esports League, SlayerJohn. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's good to jump on and be interested in the chat. Just for the sort of people watching as well, I can play chess, but if you watch some of the streams, you can probably see that I haven't got the sort of the knowledge behind it to sort of talk in much detail in from a chess side of it. But from an esports side, that's what my skill set is.
Yeah, no, to be honest, John, I mean, obviously I want to ask you more about the Welsh Esports League and things, but, we also want to kind of dive into that kind of thing of it. And as well, Lightbringer, if you also want to talk about this too in a bit, though, about what is it like to talk to players, like what was it like streaming with me, John, as well, when we're talking so fast about chess? How did that feel, first of all?
I think from my side, I'm not a streamer, so I'll sort of cast it. I'll sort of fill when I can, and just to sort of support the league and sort of support things running and things like that. And then sort of obviously having something with chess, which is quite new, and then sort of doing it that side. But I think you've kind of carried that stream and done a really good job, and I was just able to. I guess add a bit more colour and a bit more information around the teams that are playing, and then some of the information around sort of the teams and clubs and how they've been developing over the last 2 years. And coming into it, so giving a bit of background and some talking around that side. So the chess was the sort of the main staple of it, but being able to sort of link in with the clubs allowed it to make it a bit easier for myself, and then of course leaning on you for a lot more information around sort of chess was massively beneficial.
Well, I mean, I guess I'll kind of direct us to like the other person in the room in a second, because I mean, one of the things that I've got out of this is that I've actually been able to meet so many more people within Welsh chess from doing this. Obviously, the guy that's on the stream with us, Lightbringer, he's been a massive find. What's it like to? Well, this is why we do these things as well. We want to meet new people that are interested in chess, and actually, he's come on. He did the last stream with me as well. Is this how you actually discover new talent for your streaming things, John? Or
there's multiple different ways, but it's the whole thing when I started Esports Wales and the Welsh Esports League is around giving sort of people in Wales the opportunity to represent the country, or sort of those opportunities which they might not be able to get, and it's going through those pathways. So one of the cool things about bringing chess into the Welsh Esports League is exactly that. It's giving someone who might love chess the opportunity to commentate, or it might be someone who's an esports caster who sort of knows a bit about chess, again, to sort of try and do that. And one big thing we always say about esports is the transferable skills, and them being able to cast one game and then be able to stream and be able to cast a different game. While you need different sort of subset of skills, a lot of it is talking to the audience, sort of linking in, having those conversations, building the narrative, stuff like that. So it's definitely sort of one of the things which we wanted to do, and more people getting involved, more people sort of putting their name forward. But that's the whole reason why sort of Esports Wales exists, and being able to build that, and hopefully see more Welsh talent have that opportunity, develop then, and then feed back into the ecosystem.
No, that's good. I mean, I was going to say, Lightbringer, how does it feel to be described as Welsh talent?
Well, if we're talking about me on stream, great. If we're talking about my chess performance, I would have to disagree a little bit based off a couple of those games that I've had. But, it is a great experience to be able to I just put a message in a group chat like, yeah, I'll play a bit of chess in a Welsh league, why not? not expecting to get a team to message me and go, hey, you seem like you fit our build, do you want to come play, to then halfway through the tournament them going, you seem to enjoy the streaming side of things, do you want us to reach out to Esports Wales and see if we can get you on casting? It's like, yeah, alright, that'll be a bit of fun. Oh, you're going to be casting with an FM, by the way, heads up. I don't think I've ever actually spoken to anyone with a rating over 2,000 before in my life, so it's been great. It's been a great experience, and obviously it's opened up a bit of new potential, a bit more fun, Welsh chess chat and stuff. This is a bit new for me, but a bit of a step in the deep end, but I'm hoping it'll help me with my chess and just help me grow in the chess scene as well.
Yeah, so I guess I'm kind of interested, SlayerJohn, what for people who are watching this stream, some of them might just be chess players as well. What the other titles that you've got going on? What's the actual kind of overall kind of structure of how things work within the league? And for example, who's the winning team as well of the Welsh Esports overall and things like that?
Yeah. So club of the season this season was Sea Dragons. It's a brand new team in Powys, and it's run by sort of Patrick, and they've been a great addition to the league. Sort of Powys, a lot of people think just farming, by having an esports team. So... yeah, there you go. So it's the opportunity to go, look, there's something to champion, and something in Wales. So a lot of people think of it. So yeah, Sea Dragons done a really good job this season. They won the winners of chess. The way we kind of do it is we give points as the season goes on. So different games, you get different points, and you get different points as well for like social media presence, doing things like streaming and stuff. But yeah, it's a great way to sort of get more eyes on esports. And you mentioned about the other games which are involved. We try to do everything, and I think with esports now it's so inclusive and so different ways to involve. And with Esports Worlds, we've tried to build it to sort of integrate with the current sport and ecosystem. So like chess, we've done EAFC to link in with FAW. You've got Rocket League as well, which used for FIFA tournaments. We've also got Counter-Strike, Rainbow Six Siege. We run Marvel Rivals, but we're probably going to drop that next season. We're going to change that for F1. So again, a bit of a switch, but a cool way to sort of bring in. So yeah, there's loads of different things happening, and that's why we want to have that league. We want to, in the future, I'd love to have something totally out there, but a way we can integrate that into the league, and these clubs then become sort of a bit more of these sort of multi-sporting clubs, have a bit of following, and grow that within their areas.
It's fantastic from my point of view. I never thought I'd see the word chess next to like all of these massive esports titles. And Lightbringer, you were actually playing with some of these, weren't you, before? What's your history there?
Well, I'm a ex Rainbow Six player. I've played a bit of Counter-Strike back in my day. I was sub for Rainbow Six for the GOATs this season. I didn't need to play, fortunately, because no one would want to see that because it's been so long. I play casually still with friends and stuff like that, but I peak gold probably at the moment now compared to the days where I used to be high diamond ranking, which for reference is probably about 2,000 elo chess. In terms of,
I was going to say, because I wouldn't have a clue what that was, by the way.
I think that diamond used to be the best, and it's not so much anymore. But so I've always been a gamer, and then I fell in love with the cruel mistress that is chess. Let's say.
Well, I mean, it's SlayerJohn. I know we've only got you for a few more minutes, and I guess just for those that are watching, kind of like the schedule of today, I think I probably mentioned 10 minutes ago. We've got SlayerJohn on for roughly around 15 minutes, and then we've got two more of the players that were playing in the tournament. We've got Decode coming in, and then we've also got the winner Pedrada as well. And of course, we've got Lightbringer here who played throughout the entire thing too. So that's what we're going to. I've got a big announcement as well at the end as well. So we'll stay tuned for that one. But I guess SlayerJohn, I really want to know: have you played more chess since chess has been on? Chess has been on the Welsh Esports League.
Definitely. So yeah, it's one of the things which, I always try to play whatever esports game we run into to a certain level, not to high levels, but just to have a bit of understanding of the game. You know the characters, know the narrative, know different things and sort of play styles and stuff. So like, especially if we're running national team, I'll do the same as well. So we always do that. So yeah, I've played chess growing up, and I've played that, but I haven't really got into chess. I haven't played chess for a while, and literally I got addicted while the tournament was running.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it was a case of, I got 5 minutes. I'll open chess.com on my phone and play a quick game, and then realize I played 3 games and half an hour has gone. So yeah, it's definitely got me interested back into chess. So for someone who's loved it growing up and kind of just haven't really played a bit much in the last few years, it's something which got me back interested in chess. And I wouldn't be surprised if a few more looking at it in the league or playing. I'm sure a few more would have gone, oh yeah, I'll jump on and play. And hopefully we'll see them coming into the league now next season. They might not be able to sort of knock some of the top levels down there, but what we try to do in the Welsh Esports League is play for position. So it's something that, okay, you might have finished 8th, 9th this season, but then next season you should be aiming then 7th, 6th, and a way you can sort of see that progression. And if we can get that instilled in people, I think that's the way the league will develop, and that's the way people's sort of skills as well will sort of improve as well over the time.
Well, I think Lightbringer, you're probably best placed to actually try and help SlayerJohn in 2 ways. You mentioned there obviously finishing like in the positions, because I think that really helped you, didn't it? But also as well, obviously SlayerJohn is quite new to chess. And what was your rating, SlayerJohn, roughly around, if you dare say, or?
I think it was around 500.
No, I'm not far off.
Yeah, but Lightbringer, he's been there and he's surpassed that level recently. So he probably could give you some fantastic tips.
Right now, yeah.
You're on the spot, right?
Well, I'm trying to teach my friend at the moment, who's also, well, he's actually quite a bit lower than you. I think he's kind of low 400s. I think he's been climbing quite rapidly recently. I mean, the only bits of help, and I remember this from the first coach I ever had when I was about close to 800, but being told never assume that your opponent's an idiot was the best bit of advice I was ever given, because you see the low levels, and then, like, for me, I'd watch a YouTube video where I've learned an amazing opening trap, or I've learned an amazing checkmate pattern or something like that, and I'm like, I am now Magnus Carlsen, and I will beat everyone who I ever play against, and everyone who's lower than 2000 elo is an idiot and is bad at chess. And then I'd get scholars mated, or I'd get I'd lose my queen from a stupid play. So yeah, the biggest bit of advice I've ever been given, and I think it works for any level, is never assume, regardless of rating, that your opponent is worse than you, or is a fool or an idiot in any way, shape, or form, because you probably will end up being that fool yourself.
Yeah. I think I've learned that a number of times. I think there's something as well we take from esports side of it is when we always say you should never really play comp unless you're sort of prepared to play comp, because that will affect your rank. And for chess, for myself, I think that's probably one of the ones which, if I want to climb, I should very much set some time of I'm going to play it. So many times I've sat down and gone, I've got 5 minutes, I'll play it on my phone, and then literally trying to rush through some moves because I've got a meeting in sort of coming up or something like that. I'm going, all right, yeah, okay, I need to sort that quickly. So it's sort of setting some time and sort of playing the ranked to actually look to climb. I think that's one of the things I'll need to sort of set out and try to get that higher level for next season. I think that's maybe a bit of a goal to sort of maybe not the sort of 800s, but yeah, maybe 600 or something like that. And push ahead and learn each season as we sort of run in chess.
No, it's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I think as well that you don't actually know how good you are, because you're playing most of your games at the moment and you're being distracted, or you're not taking it too seriously, which is perfectly fine, by the way. I love hearing about you just playing for fun, which is great, right? And you're probably actually higher than what your rating is, because you haven't just sat down, like you said, and taken it seriously for a bit, and actually that will in fact affect your rating. So you could be you could already be 600 from your playing strength. We just don't know it at this moment in time.
And with that mentality, that means I'm basically 2,000, right? Right? Is that
Yeah,
how I can tell myself?
If you want. Obviously,
take it.
SlayerJohn, great to have you on the stream. I think we've got a couple of announcements for the date of the next league being started. Do you want me to say, or do you remember when it is?
Off the top of my head, I'm gonna give it a punt and say it's the 13th of Jan, but I might have got that totally wrong.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely spot on. So the next league is going to start on the 13th of January. So literally the turn of the year is going to happen, and we're all going to be like scrambling to get these teams sorted and everything. So it's going to be fantastic. So 4 Tuesdays from the 13th. So 13th of Jan, 20th of Jan, 27th of Jan, and then we'll roll over into February on the 3rd. But we're also going to be changing the way the amount of time for the games and how many games people played. Last time we had 2 games of 10+5. This time we're going to have 4 games, but of 5+3. So it's going to be a little bit of a change, but hopefully that'll get more games going on as well. And I think it'll be better for a spectator sport as well. And I'm really pleased about those changes. And I just want to say thank you very much, SlayerJohn, for welcoming chess into the Welsh Esports League.
Yeah, likewise. I think thank you guys, and hopefully we can continue, can keep this growing, and we're looking to start continue the Student Esports League this year. So we run it last year. We'll be running this year now with Minecraft Community League. Hopefully we can sort of bring chess into that, and then we end up having the Welsh Esports League, but also Student Esports Leagues running alongside it as well.
Awesome.
And also, I think you have a schools esports league as well that's got potentially in the future. But it's really exciting. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Awesome. Also, cheers, guys, and I guess we'll. I'm looking forward to see the players' perspective now when they come on, and if they have any tips as well on the Welsh Esports League or some of the feedback, we're always open to that and seeing how we can improve it and get everyone involved for it.
Thanks very much,
Awesome.
John. Thank you.
Cool. Cheers for your time.
Cheers, guys.
Just gonna transition us. We gotta go into our next interview now, I think, is it?
Yeah, as quick as you can. Are we still live? Or?
We're still live. I'm just gonna transition to an intermission now. If it will let me. Why is it not changing?
That's all right.
Technical difficulties. There we go.
Just kick him out.
Yeah, that's it. is what I said last time, and it didn't transition me smoothly. I'm just going to click that button. There we go. We did an unsmooth transition, but we came back. It's fine. It's fine. The big button that says transition that you click worked perfectly the first time, and then has not worked for the rest of the stream, which is great.
And those that are eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that we've lost SlayerJohn, the CEO of Welsh Esports, but actually, big welcome to Decode, who's one of the players in the tournament. So welcome, Decode. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm feeling great. A bit sleepy. It's close to my bedtime, but
Do you know why? It's about organising the time for this. Like when we did the Welsh Chess Chat before, it was always at 10 o'clock, and the reason was because I teach lessons sometimes till 8 o'clock.
Oh gosh.
And therefore I would then have my tea and then have a bit of time with my wife and my dog or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a case of 10 o'clock's my dead time. So that's when we just all did it then because like some of these kids, Johan's kids would be asleep, and it's just when if Alex was going out, then he could go out and come back in. So 10 o'clock just seemed to be the easiest time for us. In fact, I needed it. I think I was asleep at 9 o'clock. I've had a long day. I'll tell you what, Decode, the one thing that's surprised me, I'm going to catch you off guard here, you've got a silky voice. You've got a silky voice. Just speak something.
A silky voice.
Yeah. Can you hear it, Lightbringer? I don't know.
It caught me off guard a bit. I don't know what I was expecting you to sound like, but I don't know.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. Silky voice, but I'll take that as a compliment.
Maybe it's just the way it comes through, but we'll take it for now and see if it happens. See if it happens when we meet again, which I'm looking forward to. By the way, because
we should. I'm going to be actually playing in the Welsh Championships in. Is it April? I think.
Yeah, it's start of April. It'll be Easter, won't it?
Yeah.
I think it might even. I don't even know if it's the last day of March, and then the start of April. I'll just look that up. But it'd be good to see you down there again, because apparently we've. Did it come on stream before we've actually met? I think you typed into the chat.
Yeah. It was last time I played in Welsh Championships. I played in the Open, and first day in, first classical game. Never played classical before. And I forgot to bring a pen. I didn't realize that I needed to bring a pen, which obviously, being a novice at over the board chess, especially classical, and you let me have a pen and such.
Right. Well, I mean, this is how you meet people, right? By lending.
Yeah.
One of those things.
I was in the same boat at my first classical tournament where I showed up and everyone just was bringing out pens, and I was like, we need a pen for this event. I was like, don't they provide these? I had to run around the entire hotel trying to find a pen.
I mean, maybe we should actually do that. Maybe we should get some branded pens
Welsh
for
Chess
Welsh
Chat pens.
Or Welsh Chess Chat pens. If you want a Welsh Chess Chat pen to be in existence, say hello in the chat and tell us about it as well. We want to hear about that, because that
become the merch for Welsh Chess Chat.
Well, I've got a mug that somebody's done me as well, so maybe we'll get them to do some merch for us. Yeah, that'd be great. But obviously, Decode, you're here to talk about your Welsh Esports League kind of experience as well. And I guess really, what did it all mean for you? And are you pleased you took part? Or
no, I had a lot of fun with it. It was I was looking forward to it every week on a Tuesday. It was fun to play, especially against strong players that I wouldn't usually get a chance to play that often. So I was happy to be there, happy to experience it, and get some experience and play some fun games, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely lit it up in the early stages, didn't you? And do you want to tell just the audience which team you were playing for, and then how your group kind of stages went?
Yeah. I was playing for the Wizards, and then group stages. I started off against Tutankhamun, who is actually
strong player.
He's a strong player, but also a fellow club player that I know. We go to the same club in Caerphilly, actually. So that was funny to know. But yeah, started off against him, had some really fun games, to be honest, and then had some also interesting games against Lightbringer, and I forget my other opponent's name, actually. But fun experience overall in the group stage, and I think the probably strongest matchup was, or like the toughest matchup was probably Tutankhamun in the first match. Not easy at all. But which was expected, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a strong event. I did feel like we had some quite big rating gaps in some of the matches, and I thought to myself, is this going to Lightbringer say yes? But the thing is, though, is something you mentioned there, Decode, is that you don't get the opportunity to play against these players very often. And I remember my favourite moment for you. I'm going to ask you yours in a second. Is my favourite moment that you had is that you actually had a default win against the Wolfhounds in round 1, which obviously stayed. But then you actually were messaging in the Discord chat because you wanted to play the match. You wanted to play against the IM. And I absolutely love that. I think that's fantastic. And you actually played the games, didn't you? Even though it didn't count in the end. But I mean, that kind of mentality, though, I think is fantastic. You should want to play these players, and you took your opportunity.
No, you're absolutely right. I think, personally, I've just always wanted to play like players that I find stronger than me, just because I think that's the best opportunity for me to like learn and just like find where I'm doing mistakes, where if I'm playing against people my own level, they wouldn't find those little mistakes that I'm making every other game. But against stronger players, they'll be able to spot it, and then I can learn from those, and perhaps maybe even get a lucky win here or there, which can maybe make things more interesting. But yeah, I always enjoy playing players that are stronger than me.
Maybe with the time control coming down to 5+3, you might get more chances, more opportunities with more games, but also more variability in the results.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was there any chess any chess positions that you really enjoyed from the events? Because obviously it was.
You sent me one earlier. If let me bring up on screen real quick, and we can see if we can bring that up. Yeah. So this is the game with Tutankhamun by the looks of things.
Okay, so this is the one you've gone for, yeah.
And yes. I mean, like having a look at it, it looks like a great game. Is there a specific point you want to go through to, or should I just pan through slowly?
We can pan through slowly. I reckon that should be fine.
I messaged you about this as well just before we started, but I really want to talk about move 1 straight away of B4.
Talk us about. I'll tell you what. While Lightbringer just changes your name on this,
I used that as SlayerJohn.
Talk us through, because Decode, you did this as black as well, right? And I think this might have been a bit of a detriment to your match, maybe against Bulanov. In the semis, because he would have seen that you played this and probably prepared for you. So I'm interested to know your thoughts on your opening choice.
Okay, so as black, it was my first time ever. I'd looked at it, I'd learned it, I watched a few videos on it, and I was like, I need something that might get me just like a completely random position as black, just because I felt my black positions are a bit too solid, so they steer towards a draw. So I was like, I need something stronger, perhaps might be able to, like, if I need a win on demand, basically, I could play it. And so I tried it so it was my first time ever trying it as black. But with white, it's just my only opening. I've never played anything besides 1b4. It's taken me from when I started playing it about 1500 when I was online, and now I'm like 2300 online, and I'm still doing well. And it's made me realize most of all is that openings matter, but like with B4 is that it's such a, like, I don't know, a hidden opening of no one prepares for it, no one expects it, so no one knows the best line to play against it. And even if they do know the best line against it, that's like 10-15 moves in, I'm just slightly worse, which is sure fair enough. If you know the main line opening best line against 1b4, you'll be slightly better 15 moves in. But I just personally, I feel like I know it better than most people who play against me, and it gets them out of their opening preparation and their comfort zone. As I was like telling Lightbringer, I think it's just great to get people out of their comfort zone early on, just to get you a chess game rather than an opening game.
Yeah, I mean, I had this played against me. Was it start of the year or last year in the National League, and then over the board, a high-rated game, and I was just like, What am I meant to do against this again? I don't even know. I did actually. I've had it played twice against me because the first person played it against me and I didn't know what to do. So I didn't look at it that properly because I thought nobody else is going to try it. And then somebody else looked at what I did, saw that I did it wrong, and thought they'd try it. But then I played something different against them. So absolutely everything that you're saying there is true. Even wasn't prepared against it.
Yeah.
So it's good. What is it about this game then that you really like?
I think I enjoyed just basically that the entire game felt like it was on the edge of can turn into a disaster with one single mistake. So it really had me on my nerves.
Yeah, it looks like, well, at least according to the analysis, the first kind of big mistake was around move 13 from Tutankhamun.
Let's see some moves.
This moment here.
Oh, there we go. Right.
And
this one.
Yes, this one.
The little levy I've got in the right corner is telling me that you didn't spend enough time to find the critical move. We spent a whole... I mean, we didn't spend any time on that, but... do you want to explain were you just trying to trade the knight off the board, trying to keep the position a bit simpler, or...?
I think at the time I was trying to... I just wanted to get rid of his knight, just because it was his only forward piece besides like the rook, which isn't really doing much. And then because my knight was sort of just defensive, so I was like, just trade the knight and then play with the bishop pair against his bishop and knight, and thought it was slightly better. Apparently not. As
well, the computer thinks you're still equal after this. So
yeah,
I can't see why. I can't see why that's just a big mistake. To be honest, there's not.
It's
really
a miss apparently. I think it's because I had a better move, which I think was F5 and then taking would have been better. But I played like the reverse order, sort of like later on.
Oh,
yeah, F5 would have been better. Yeah.
Yeah, because you defend the pawn and then he can't take en passant, can he?
Exactly.
Right, I see.
But then because I did it this way, I was ended up forced to play queen d4, to defend the pawn, which was a bit not so. Yeah. It's not great to like be forced into like queen's not doing much on d4, is it?
Yeah, I mean this game though, I think as well, it like highlights some of your great attacking play, but also highlights just some very simple things like the black's rook and bishop on the top left, onto a8 and c8. They're just stuck in. He brings this rook to g6, and I think he tries a simple tactic. And I say silly as well because it was a little silly in a few moves' time. Down that king side where he plays something like rook h6, and then he follows it up with a pawn move. Can we just go to that point? Is that all right? No, yeah, there. That's it. What were you thinking when g5 was played?
Well, I didn't know what he was going for there. It just seemed like suicidal. I'm obviously not going to castle kingside. Maybe he didn't think so, but opening up his kingside and he's got two undeveloped pieces. It looked a bit, as you might say, not the best of ideas, to be honest.
Yeah, you must have been loving it at that point.
Yes.
Obviously, you're not going to take it and lose the rook, but I mean, some people might. But I mean, it's I thought that was just a crazy decision.
Did he? I guess that's what I think. That's the idea he was going for, is that I couldn't take the pawn because my rook was. I guess, yeah.
Then we have
kingside.
The pawns just come off, and then a few moves later, after you then came up with this brilliant move idea. And I hope you don't mind if I just skip a few moves forward. But you sent this to me whilst I was at work. And I sat there thinking that this computer's an idiot. This move makes no sense. But it is a brilliant move at the end of the day. Do you want to explain to some of maybe the lower rated viewers like yourself how you saw this and what you were thinking when you played this with this sacrifice?
Well, honestly, I was going for the sacrifice like 10 moves ago. I had the idea in mind because I needed to clear the the e6 square so that I can push the pawn and open the diagonal for my bishop. So the idea was there for a long time. It only presented itself at this point, and I was like, okay, there it is. I need to take the pawn so he can take my bishop, and then I can just push the pawn to e6, discovery on his king. And then his queen is just completely lost. But also, I was waiting for a move like this because before this move, bishop d5, I think we had equal material actually. So yes, I was winning. Yes, I was like technically winning position according to computer, but personally, until I actually managed to get like material advantage, I don't feel like I'm, because in my head the way I play chess is I get some material advantage, trade down, win with that material advantage, and then just that's how I play chess. I don't go for attacks. I don't go for attacking chess that much. I'm very dull in that sense. But when I managed to get that breakthrough, that was like the main idea.
Yeah, no, I remember sat there and I had to call my mate over as well. I was like, because I have a friend at work who's a decent chess player, and he sat there scratching this for a minute, and then when he finally explained it to me, I was like, okay, that's quite a nice looking move there.
Yeah, I understand what you're talking about there, Decode. Like, you were looking for this for quite a few moves, weren't you? That dart squared bishop next to your king, you really wanted to open it up, and this was going to be on at some point throughout it. But I also really like what you said there about, you can know that you've got a better position, but it counts for very, very little unless you can turn it into a material advantage and actually win the game. And actually, I think a lot of people would actually think exactly the same as you there. There's until you're actually winning something, actually you're not winning, are you? Your opponent's got a chance to defend, especially in an online game where there's time's ticking down. Anything can happen. You've got to be able to convert it. So, was this the first time you went to pawn up? Was it?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay, right. And then a few moves later, it looks really hairy for you, doesn't it? After this, but it looks even hairier for him.
Yes. Here was where it started getting a bit tricky because he's going to get some checks in eventually. My king's completely wide open. His king is pretty safe, honestly, on h8. Every move here was basically on a nice edge, just because one mistake and it could easily be just completely over for me.
I mean, I look at this and I think this is just easily winning, right? But but
no, I do not
yeah,
see this.
Same.
But I think what you're actually describing isn't necessarily that it's on a knife edge, because it is, your king's open, but I think it's nerves as well. Like, you really wanted to win this game because you knew how much it meant as well. So I think the nerves are getting to you, but it's a good thing, right? Because you should have the fear of losing it, because if you don't, you make a mistake. But I think you closed this out really well. But thanks for the follow, UPM O Stonewall. Is that? Yes, Decode is badged. Yes.
Yes.
Did I pronounce that correctly, by the way?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Good. So go on, show us the finish then.
So as we go through, I mean, after this, the game here actually managed to go on for another nearly 20 moves. After this,
yes, the conversion is.
And then we push. To be honest, after this, it doesn't look like anyone makes any. There's a small inaccuracy. Apparently, here you now have Mason 5.
Yeah, I saw this after the game. I was never gonna look at it. Made in 5.
He doesn't need it though. Just the extra pawns just win.
Yeah. And then at this point, Tutankhamun resigns.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why you picked this game, because it was such a tense one for you, and brilliant move, and fantastic. Yeah, really enjoyed commentating on your games, Decode, as well, and thanks very much for joining. I'm glad that you've had such a good time. Anything that you'd like to see in the future for Welsh Esports and the Welsh Esports League?
Perhaps well, just as what you mentioned already, which was more games per round instead of like 2 little games. So you mentioned it's going to be 4 games of 5+3, so that'll I guess be better in the sense of less variability of someone just scoring a lucky win here and then completely winning a match which they shouldn't, for example.
Yeah, this is true. This could happen. And I guess the big question before you leave is, will you be coming back next season?
Absolutely, if I get the chance to.
Excellent. All right, well, thanks very much for joining us, Decode. You've been obviously absolutely phenomenal participant, and I'm glad to see and meet somebody completely new in chess in Wales that I haven't really met too much before, and I hope to lend you my pen in the future.
All right, no worries. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for
having me. No worries.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
The winner of the Welsh Esports League.
And we are back. And I can see everyone. Oh.
Fantastic. Massive welcome to the winner of the very first Welsh Esports League, Pedrada. Welcome. Can you hear me? Who's he?
Oh, we can't hear you right now. Let's see what's going on. Had you for a split second and I was gone.
We just had some technical difficulties. Maybe we'll go back to a transmission just to help sort it out
right
for
back.
a second.
Transition button. Right, okay, and now I'm gonna hit transition. We got both people, and Pedrada.
Okay.
There we go.
Now you can
Like
see me.
magic.
Hear me.
Welcome, Jose. I mean, take two, shall we say? Welcome to the stream. The winner of the Welsh Esports League, Pedrada. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Happy to be here. And yeah, I'm
Eventually,
glad that you can hear me and see me.
Yes, no, it's good. It's all right. I mean, to be honest, there's all these problems as well. It's good that we've got Lightbringer here to actually sort it all out as well, because he's usually quite an expert with these things. But
expert strong.
Lightbringer, did you actually play against Pedrada at all?
I never got a chance to. Do not ask me to. That would be a very quick game for you. I mean, I would obviously love to play you one day. I'm sure that'd be great, but no, we didn't get a chance to play each other. I gotta watch some of your games, and I gotta actually watch one of the games with you, Jonathan, and got a lot of insight into what you were doing, because when an IM makes moves and you're sat there 1200, a lot of them don't make much sense. So,
well, actually, they actually make more sense, don't they, Jose? Surely that's the place.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes they don't make sense to me either. I just have to make a move. So,
I mean, I've got a question for you. I don't know if to call you Jose Pedrada. I seem to feel like I know you so well. I'm going to call you Pedrada just because that's what we've got listed as.
No.
But what's more important to you then, winning the Welsh Championships over Easter or winning the Welsh Esports League? I mean, it's a close one, right?
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, hard to say. I mean, both are important. So yeah, I mean, maybe the in-person Welsh, because I managed to beat you, so maybe that's more important. Yeah.
I tell you what, damn it, I've gone and stole myself there, haven't I? That's good.
No, just kidding. No, anyway, yeah, it's happy to play, and obviously, I mean, winning is always a good feeling, no? But yeah, it's what we were talking also other times, no? I mean, I'm happy also when all the strong players are playing, no? So I mean, it's nice to see also in the World Championship, no, the strong players playing. I mean, not every year and so on, but yeah. Every time I encourage, I try to encourage people to play, because I mean it's much more interesting, when there are more players playing, and even if I have less chance of winning, but I mean, yeah, more interesting games and so on.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, actually, there was a period of times when I didn't even play in the Welsh Championships because I looked at them, there wasn't really enough competition within the tournament, and now you think of the previous few years we've had it, it's been really strong, which has been fantastic. But obviously, we're here to talk about the Welsh Esports League. And what did you think when I first invited you to come and play in the tournament? What was your initial kind of impressions?
I was not really sure, what to expect. I mean, before that was kind of the eSports where Magnus Carlsen and so on, they were playing, So, yeah. So I mean, yes, that sounds like an interesting, way, to get into chess, and for Wales and so on, like an interesting way, to get chess to different audiences and so on, So yeah, I just wanted to experiment since you told me, and so on. So I mean, I guess. I wanted to be part of that. If I can help in any way, also to make it grow, because I think these kind of things is usually hard, to get started. So thank you so much, I mean, for the eSport team and yourselves, that you started to organize and so on. And yeah, in the end, it was a nice experience. Yeah, I could play with some known faces. I mean, I couldn't see the faces, but yeah, I knew who they were, and some other that I didn't know. So yeah, it was overall nice.
Yeah, that was good. And maybe we should note that down, actually, Lightbringer. Can we get their faces in the future so we can see faces?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That would be
I'm sure we can arrange something. We managed to get this working just about, so sure. Well, 10.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, just write that one down. Faces. But okay. I mean, obviously you had a fantastic time. Obviously, you won the tournament. But was there like any period or any game particular for yourself that like really felt really good, or a part of the?
Yeah, I mean, there were quite a few interesting games. I think, I mean, I was very happy with my play overall. I mean, because I didn't know. Usually, when I play online, I usually don't play. I mean, I play quick games, and I tend to sacrifice everything, not to focus too much. But I mean, this I took more seriously. That when I played, I come on faster time controls and so on. And I'm happy that I managed to do that. And then I saw some games that they were some games overall. I mean, the quality, I think it was not bad. I mean, better than I thought. I mean, before I played. And I have some interesting games. I mean, I send you some games, and maybe you want to take a quick look.
Yeah, for example, I'll bring those up now. Yeah. If you have a look at the stream real quick, Pedrada, you should be able to see this is a game. The one game you sent me, you against against Alex in the final.
That was in the final, no? Yeah. So yeah, we can check real quick. I think this was a positional game, no? So I mean, this is the one I think quality-wise probably is one of the best that I played, and maybe it was the first one in the final.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. It was the first one, no? So I mean, yeah, important to get it started, no?
And this is something that you mentioned very quickly to me, Jonathan, was that we always seem to see this fianchetto bishop kind of play for you, Pedrada.
By the way, sorry, I cannot see the A file. I'm the only one, or no?
The A
no,
file.
I can't. It's just over to the right a little bit, I think. On the
have I cut it just slightly too much? Hang on a second.
Yeah. On the stream, I cannot see.
I know what I'm doing.
We can see the moves, so I think it's just.
No, I've cropped it the wrong way. It's all right. Don't worry. Look at that. Boom. Fixed.
Yeah, it's coming.
There we go. That'll do.
Great.
That'll do. We'll shoot it in.
Yeah.
He's always feeling check to win his bishops, this guy. Every single time.
That's something you said very quickly to me. You'll always fear check his bishop.
Yeah, I can explain a bit. No, I mean, I've been playing a lot here. Knight f3, g3, bishop g2, and then I try to innovate in a way, no? I mean, because many times, I mean, I don't have time to prepare kind of for openings, and with that kind of moves, it gives me a lot of flexibility, because I play knight f3, g3, bishop g2, but then I can play c4, I can play b3, I can play d4, I can play e4, I can play d3, e3. So I mean, it's hard for people to prepare, no? And I understand those positions with the fianchetto bishop. So yeah, I'm always happy with that. And important games, usually I shouldn't say that in case people are listening and then they will take it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I could speak from experience of trying to prepare for
I played that one in the Welsh too, no? That was
It's like, well, which one's he going to do? I'm going to say, do you know what? I might even just not bother preparing because you can play so many different versions of it. That's a good excuse to do nothing, right? But you end up having to because you feel bad. So this game against Bulanov in the finals, was this game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4? It must have been. It was an early one, wasn't it?
That's what I think. I think it was game 1, no? I think it was game 1, no? But I mean, I'm not 100%. Yeah, I should have checked, but I believe it was game 1. But
when was the first interesting moment then where? Because I think.
So yeah, we can continue a bit. I think there is a few seconds delay, but just to make sure. Yeah. So I play knight d2, and then we change pawns. No, so it's a very symmetrical structure here, and. It's position that usually I think I have a good feeling for them, because I mean at least I have with white I have the pieces in good squares, and slowly, no, I'm trying to get on the queen side and then get good squares for my pieces, no. So it's a very slow game, and I know some players, no, I mean they want to play faster and so on. So but I'm kind of patient there. So, for example, he played a5. Now there is a small weakness there in b6 that in the end it became important, no? But
I feel like
that's what I try to see.
Yeah.
So I see kind of a small weakness. I mean, it's like that, no? Every time you make a move, especially on pawn moves, you leave some weaknesses behind, no? So this is what you have to look in a strategical game, no? A strategic game, no? I mean, the other that are more crazy, and probably I want to see the other one that is a bit different, but yeah. But in this case, that's what I see. And I think I change queens after this, no? Oh.
Yeah, you do. You change your queen off. Rook takes.
And that was...
And then...
Yeah, this was an important moment. Knight b6, no? So that was thanks to a5, no? I have this one. And now I get a bishop. So that's a small advantage. I will get the bishop pair.
Okay.
And I will get also that important, no? b6 square. I had to calculate here. That was important. And I think I got into this line because, I saw rook d2. But then I said, okay, he's taking there, and he coming with knight d4. But I saw, and I think calculated correctly, that I could play rook d1. No, after
so sorry,
d4.
you were looking into rook d2, did you say? Was it rook fd2 or rook ad2? Sorry.
No, this one, rook d2. But I thought, I had to defend the opponent c2, because otherwise, I mean, rook c1 I had to play. No, I mean, what I play, no? I think I played rook c1.
You played rook c1 in the game, yeah.
Yeah. But then I was calculating after that knight d4, because knight d4 is coming strongly, no, and it's attacking more c2, and I cannot defend the c2 pawn. But I can play after that rook d1. That's what I think he played knight d4, no, if I'm not mistaken.
He played knight d4 next.
And then the back rank is weak, isn't it? And so
that's the idea. That if he takes now, he can take rook takes c2. but I would take, and then it's mate on d8, no? So that's kind of, the small thing that I had to calculate, not to get into this position. No?
Yeah, we see it. We see a lot of calculation as well from Alex in this moment, who actually spent, I think it looks like nearly 2 minutes on whether or not to take the rook.
But I really like. I want to pick up 2 points here. First of all, like Pedrada, you talked there about how you usually play online, and I really, you can see it so clearly in this game. You play, for example, on a Tuesday night. It was normally titled Tuesdays on chess.com that you play in, and you're sacking every piece to go for the win. And yet here with the longer time control, and also with it being a bit more of a tournament with people that you know. And you know that there's a stream going on covering the games as well, and I'm looking too, right? He's like, oh, I best just start taking it a bit more seriously. I best start offensively here. And actually, this is actually a really nice positional kind of thing. You're exploiting that b6 square. Here, you're having to exploit, obviously, his undeveloped pieces in the back rank as well. So it's really good to see the level of chess actually being quite high here. And how you've changed your game.
No, it's true. I mean, if I play like those quick time controls online, I mean, I don't play this way. I mean, I should probably, but I mean, I don't do it. So this I took more. And I think this was interesting. Is when I play knight b1 or
this is an interesting move.
So I play knight b1. Yeah, I guess knight c3. I mean, this is the kind of position where knight c3 looks optically okay. But then, I mean, I have pawns in a4 and e4, so they cannot move. And he has a pawn on c6, so I cannot move my knight on c3. So basically, I wanted to have a better square for the knight, and the better square that I found is probably c4. That's why knight b1, then I can play knight d2 and knight c4, or knight a3 and knight c4. That's what I was
which is what we see
there.
See coming up after the...
I guess, Luke, Lightbringer, would you ever play knight b1 in that position? Is that coming across your mind?
Would I ever play knight b1? I mean, in my brain at this point, before knight b1, I'm sat there thinking, well, I can't mate him here, so what do I do? And then I'd be looking at, I think the first move for me, I would come over here, which apparently is awful, which I don't see why, but oh no, of course it's awful because then you have that and it takes, so yeah. Which is why I'm 1200 and I'm not an IM.
I mean, the game's still not won at this point. I mean, Bulanov can actually, he's trying to pull up resistance and trying to not lose the game. But his pieces are a bit tied up, aren't they? And so how do you press on for the winning? Because this actually takes you quite a while, I think.
Yeah. No, that's why also I like it. No, I mean, in improving, look, I mean, making small pawn moves. No, I mean, he is also improving his position. No, slowly. No, but yeah, I think the idea you have to be patient. No, I mean, now I have a bit more space, so I have ideas of maybe play a5 at some point or taking e5 if the knight in d7 moves. So I can bring also the king a bit closer. No, so I have some moves that I can improve my position. No, so this is the kind of things that I don't calculate very deeply. I just try to improve the pieces. No. And now I had to calculate a bit more because this was a bit more concrete. He's attacking, and I guess now I changed more or less. I had the pair of bishops. I mean, my bishop in e3 is very nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, I destroyed his pawn structure.
And I think this is what you were saying to me, especially when we were watching this live, Jonathan, was that this is going to become a major weakness, especially as we get further and further into an end game.
I think I remember the next move. Is it bishop f1?
Bishop f1, probably. Yeah, I want to bring my knight to c4, but obviously if I play knight c4, he will take it, and then I have the same problem as he has, no, with the pawn structure. So I won't be asked to exchange bishops and then play knight c4. Knight c4 would be perfectly placed there, no.
Yeah, so I'm guessing at this point you're probably also you're probably feeling great because not only does your position look better, his pawn structure's a mess, but you've also got 5 minutes on the clock. So at this point, you can't see your clock on stream, but you've still got 6.5 minutes left on your clock.
6.5.
So you're probably sat there smiling right now. I mean, I know I would be.
Yeah.
So
I think so. Yeah, I don't remember very well, but yeah, I remember I was confident. I mean, the time obviously is very important. So yeah, I mean, having more time. I mean, if it's the opposite time, I mean, I don't know then who will be better. I mean, my position is better, but I mean, having 5 times less, I mean, that's a big. But yeah, it was a good position and I had more time. So yeah, what's not to like? No.
There's just pawns falling all over the place here because next couple of moves. Knight c4.
Knight c4. I mean, the problem, he cannot even move the rook because, and now, I kind of calculated this endgame because I can go back to c4 and then I'm attacking, the a5 pawn.
Yeah.
And it felt that it must be winning, no? Because, I mean, if the pawn in a5 falls, no, I mean, it should be.
And that's what we see.
also straightforward.
Come back to c4.
But yeah. Although now, I mean, he has some counterplay because, I mean, he can play knight d6 and take in e4. That's why I didn't take on a5, no? If I remember correctly, no? I mean, if I take the pawn on e5, he could play knight d6 and knight takes e4. So I say I'm not in a rush, so I just bring my king over, no, and then try to defend the e4 pawn with my king.
See, and this is something that, especially at my level, we never. I mean, I'd never even think about that. It's that kind of that waiting, like he can't defend the pawn, so let me play a move that strengthens my position. At this point, I'm in an end game. I want to promote, so I'm going to gobble as many pawns as I can, which tends to be why I tend to lose a lot of end games, probably. But
hang on, you had to calculate this end game here, though, Jose.
Yeah,
surely.
this one can calculate a lot, and I think probably, I don't know, but I spent quite a bit of time. I cannot see the time, but I mean, I probably here, because I have several ideas. I mean, I can take in a5, that looks also good, but I was calculating if I can play king d3, and it's winning. I mean, that's probably a great move because then I'm defending the pawn on e4 and I can take then the pawn on a5 later. Otherwise, he has to play knight b7. That is super passive. No, I can play g4 and h5, no, or something like that. So I had to calculate what happens if he takes in c4. And yeah, at the beginning I didn't have super clear, but I saw like I can play quickly, no, g4 and h5. And it must be winning because I can create a pass pawn and then I take all the other pawns, no? So yeah, I mean I calculate a bit more concrete than that, but I think if I wasn't mistaken, it's not winning, no? So that's why he played f5, and now it's quite a concrete, but I can gain a pawn. So
yeah, and if you're winning this pawn, this is like you knew that this was winning here because you always come back to c4, right, and win a5. So it's
I mean this is. Yeah, usually, I mean, and also like in knight ending, no, a king and knight ending. I mean, a rule, no, that I mean, I've been told, no, and I think it most of the times, no, it's true that you have to calculate that if it's a king's end game. So try to imagine that there are no knights, and if there are no knights, I mean, no matter where is his king, I mean, he's totally winning because I mean, he has to come for my h pawn and I take the other pawns. And I mean, it's not a 100% rule, but it works in surprisingly many cases. So I mean, sometimes you don't need to calculate, especially when you have lower time controls. I mean, these kind of rules are usually helpful.
Yeah, so this is just clean up. I've heard that rule too as well, and I knew that at this point this was just going to be a matter of technique, especially with him down to 27 seconds.
Yeah.
He's just
at some point I was afraid that he can give a checkmate if I broke my pawn in c3. For example, there. If I play c3 before it's 92 mate, and I almost blundered that mate.
That'll be good to show actually.
Sorry, what was it? So after b2,
before he plays h5. So go back again.
The king in c4, no?
Yeah, so the king's on c4.
Yeah, there. If I play c3, if I play c3,
pawn to c3.
Pawn to c3 for white.
And then you just. Oh, that's the game.
92 mate. I almost blundered that because I remember something.
Really? Yeah, because
that's why I came back with my king. Yeah.
Oh, that
then
would
I
have
say
been...
I want to go back for my king. I don't want to blunder, so that's why I came back to.
The goodness.
No worries.
But no, you played h5, and then the checks came in, but you were able to escape. I think it's just at this point, I'm assuming Alex just trying to get as many moves in as he could.
You know, if that had happened, I might have had to have a T-shirt printed with it on.
Yeah, that mate.
No Welsh Chess merch now.
He wouldn't be playing next season, that's for sure. I mean,
yeah.
And then this point, Alex was
this one is resign. H7 is coming on.
There's nothing you can stop it.
Yeah, I think I was quite happy about this game because I usually don't see that kind of this strategic game, no, with lower time controls, no. I mean, it's what I like to play also in longer time controls, this type of game, no. But I mean, with lower time control, is usually, I mean, there are a lot of tactics everywhere, no. So I mean, in the end, when you don't have time, no, position gets crazy. But yeah, this one was more or less
quite nice, especially from like my place where when I watch a lot of online chess and tournaments like this, especially in the faster time controls that aren't like your classical things, it is a lot of just tactics and stuff. So a lot of what I've tried to learn is tactics, especially as a lower rated player. But I actually had to sit and think, and like, I mean, Jonathan had to explain a lot of different positional concepts to me that you don't really think about that, you know, since watching these games and actually taking some of those practices in, I've started to improve my positional play. So it's great to see it. It shows everyone that chess isn't just knight forks and skewers and queen traps and stuff like that. You know, good positional chess still wins and is still very important.
I mean, we're saying this as well, but obviously the news we just released that we're going to be taking it down to 5+3, and the new Welsh Esports playing over 4 games.
It'll be harder.
I still want to see these positional masterclasses, Pedrada. I still want to see them.
Let's see. It's going to be harder, but yeah, let's see.
I guess the only other thing, obviously, we don't have time to go through any more games, but I mean, your semi-final against Welsh Tiger was actually also a bit of a marathon as well.
In fact, the first game, we don't have time to see that, but the first game was crazy. I think it was more 120 moves or something like that. I mean, for faster time control. I mean, it's crazy to have that. But it was a very long game, and it was kind of ups and downs in a bit. It was strategic at some point. He was a pawn up, then I was a pawn up myself. Then I was even 2 pawns up, but it was kind of opposite color bishops. And then I blundered the 2 pawns. I blundered also my rook. So I got into an endgame with the rook against bishop, and I managed to draw that one. So, I mean, that was a really, really... I was the first game. That for sure was the first game. I remember very clearly.
That was crazy. Do you know how it impacted me, though, right? Because I was doing the streaming, and of course, I'm thinking, do you know what? This will probably take about an hour and a half, and I'll be done. 2 hours later, because somebody played a massive long game, you know.
There's always one.
There is always one. Okay, I mean, Jose, obviously, do you want to just tell the people which team you actually played for as well, and just any other comments about the Welsh Esports League that you liked, or anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I played Hounds. I didn't know the team, or I didn't know how it works, before that, but I play with them, and I guess, I mean, I just hoping also that this can grow, because I think, organizing quite well, and I think it has the potential, for more people to join, and probably now that they saw that how the first year, went, and maybe they're seeing this, and they saw kind of the scores and so on, I mean, probably people will be more interested in joining, and I would encourage many people to join, I mean, it's just. I don't know how it's going to be next year, but probably just one afternoon or one evening, that you just play a bit. So, I mean, just having fun playing chess. I guess most people that play chess usually they play online chess anyway, and probably even more time. So, I guess why not to spend time, with play with people from Wales, and people that, I do say, some people some people you don't know, which makes it much more interesting.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's great, and I'm glad that you give it a glowing standing kind of point of view. And the one thing that I was kind of thinking about, because obviously we would clash with some, say, over-the-board chess clubs as well that meet on a Tuesday this time. But actually, you've actually got paid technically to play these online games, haven't you? You wouldn't get paid to go to those clubs. So in a way, you're actually, as a chess professional, you technically it might only be pocket change, but it's still like a little bit of money as well, which is kind of nice to have a prize for it. I think that's great. Any further comments, Pedrada, against anything you'd like to see the Welsh Esports League evolve into in some way? Any kind of improvements or anything that you'd want to see?
Not sure, but I don't know how it works. I mean, obviously, the fact that if it grows, reach more people, I mean, obviously that would be great, I mean, so, I mean, what you say, maybe, I mean, the clashes with the clubs and so on, but I mean, that's hard to avoid, but obviously, I mean, the more people that join, that would be the better. And I don't know, making sceneries, with kind of other kind of esports, or maybe a kind of other esport leagues, maybe from other countries as well, maybe that could be interesting, I mean, making more international as well. I mean, that has the potential since everything is online, I guess, or most of the things, I guess we can do some things in that respect, but I guess it's a very good year, to start, and it can only get better from here.
Yeah, no, thanks very much. And Lightbringer, just did you watch any of the the Magnus Carlsen esports stuff as well? Is that going country kind of wide as well or not?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Esports World Cup and things. That was quite good. I think it's coming back anyway, and Carlsen's playing again. So Sakara, everyone's playing again basically. It was huge. I mean, the prize pool was massive as well, and I think it's just something that's going to keep growing. If we can kind of build off the heat that's kind of generated, then that's going to be great, I guess, in a sense. Show that Wales also still has chess talent as well.
Yeah, I mean, the... Oh, have we lost you there?
Oh, no.
Oh no, you're back here. Okay. I was just going to say, obviously, I've actually some of the big news that I was kind of saving towards the end of this stream is that I've actually just come off in the middle of the day a meeting with the chess.com representative, and they're very much willing to support the stream as much as possible.
That's
and support
awesome.
the Welsh Esports League, obviously the chess side of it. So we're not just going to be, for example, for us as streamers, when we're following your games, if I'm following you and then I want to switch to somebody else, I have to click on a different web page and search for them and get it that way. We're going to actually set it up so it's an official event.
Oh, great.
So games can set it up. We're also
Applause
going
in the
to
chat.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it means that we can just click on game by game. You're going to be able to see very clearly how obviously each result is done. You won't be sending challenges to each other in the future. We'll be able to type it in and actually set it up. I think a few years ago when it was around COVID, they did like the setting up was quite difficult to do on chess.com. They've improved the services since then. And there's also been floated the idea that we're going to also have either like some prizes from chess.com, like a diamond membership for like 3 or 6 months, but also potentially chessable vouchers, but that's definitely only a potential and a question mark over that at the moment. So they're also going to support us on social media as well. So they're going to be they're not allowed to share any stuff, but they are allowed to comment on it and like it and things. So hopefully we get more viewers, more people involved, and more Welsh players watching what's going on and also taking part as well. So I'm really pleased to announce that kind of initial meeting at the moment. Obviously we're still penciling in the exact details. But yeah, hopefully that's positive news for everybody. And actually I'm even hoping that also translates to over the board tournaments too, that chess.com will even support them in some way, which is something that I'll speak to Welsh representatives about as well. So
yeah,
that's news for everybody.
That would be great, yeah, to get started with that. And obviously, yeah, I mean, to bring for WelshChess.com. I mean, more sponsorship, as you said, too, for over-the-board chess, too. I mean, yeah, that sounds like great news.
Yeah, I mean, if we're more visible, we've got more people watching us, then there's more chances of people wanting to sponsor us. I think one of the biggest drawbacks that I felt this year is that we haven't sent a team to the European Team Championships, and it just costs so much money to go. And it feels like we do need some support to try and make sure that we send a team to that. But yeah, okay. Any other further comments, guys?
Thank you for... Yeah, it's gone well. No one's disappeared because of all the little bugs that we've had, but I'm glad that the stream looks good. Thanks to everyone who came on and had to deal with all of me jumping through a couple of technical hoops to get you guys on. So that's great. But you guys have been awesome, and you've handled all the techie stuff that normally makes my life very difficult. So much easy. And you all look great and spoke great and all sounded very clear, and all the audio and the video lined up. So I'm just very happy. It's been a nice, almost touch wood, an easy gig.
That's great. And no, thank you for organizing everything. On this side.
I mean, Jose, could you just stand up a little bit, because you've actually outdone me. I should have worn my Christmas jumper. This Christmas jumper.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, not that I have there, but yeah, obviously.
Oh, brilliant!
So nice.
Yeah.
And I had the Christmas tree here. I don't know.
Christmas Day's on a Thursday, though. So Welsh Chess Chat 2, or what are we thinking?
No.
Maybe not.
I think
no.
That's fantastic. That one.
Well, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for joining us, and thanks everybody in the chat as well for watching, and anybody that watches on record on the video as well. Please give us a like and subscribe. But I mean, it's really good, pleased to be able to put this on and actually do something for Welsh chess as well, and hopefully we grow in the future. We mentioned there, Pedrada, about how is it going to grow. We currently have 1 person per team, and next season we'll stick with that, but it has got the potential to grow to 2 people per team if we get enough people wanting to play. But we've also they also do it as a university chess league as well. And then they also can go into a schools chess league as well. So we can even be getting this and doing exactly the same format, but with schools playing. And they do that on maybe 4:30 or something like that, or 3:30 or 4:30 just after school finishes, and they stay in school and actually play there. So there's so much potential for this to grow even massive. So thanks very much for your support. But apart from that, Merry Christmas from me, and goodbye,
Christmas,
everybody.
everyone.
Merry Christmas to Welsh Chess Chat and everyone listening.
Take it easy,
and
everyone.
Happy New Year as well. And hopefully Alex makes it back from China in time.
That'd be good.
That'd be good.
Thanks
Bye-bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Have a good night.
That's great. Cheers.
Bye-bye.